Good evening and welcome to Friday Night with the Fellas. I am BA and I'm along here with James J. Train Martin. Sonia should be just up and ready. Here she is popping up right now. As a matter of fact, she's still got to get in here, but I hope everybody's doing good this fine Friday evening. How you doing here, James? And there
Doing well,
she
doing
is.
well.
Guys, and welcome to Friday with the Fellas. Good evening, B. Good evening, James. How are y'all tonight?
Good.
Doing good. How you doing?
Doing well, thank you. And shout out to Pink Fan Fur for the reel and all that good stuff. And welcome one and all. I am running, so I have not talked to anybody. Literally just ran in the house, and my computer decided to try to reboot on me. So hope everybody is having a great weekend. Great start of the weekend. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there, aunts, all that good stuff. Aunts, grandmothers, sisters. Happy Mother's Day, fur moms as well. So, and for those who are a little unhappy during this time of season, it's definitely understandable. Those who have lost moms, those who have had a desire to be a mom and have not had that opportunity. So, thinking of all of you in well ways on this weekend. All right, guys. So, let me do something here real quick. Um,
Monkey.
what's up, monkey? Just one of those days. I want to thank everybody while I'm at it for all your well wishes and stuff like that while I was trying to get situated with school. Um, Lawson, I'm sorry, guys. Get over here and sit down, please. Um, one of those days. Just picked up Lawson, haven't seen him in 4 days, so that's another thing. But anyway, let's get to the sports news. The big news. Well, I want to kind of. There's two big stories. One, I will go ahead and give our thoughts and condolences right now. Um, just absolutely horrific accident here in the Atlanta area. AJ and his brother, the Falcon players, their aunt was visiting the Thorell brothers. Their aunt was visiting a Kroger here in the Atlanta area a couple of days ago, had dropped her mom off and was waiting in the car when someone suffering a medical emergency lost control of their car in the parking lot and plowed into her and unalived her instantly right in front of the store parking lot. This young lady, just imagine, her mom had to come out and see that. It was horrific. So we are definitely sending our thoughts and prayers to them. That's unimaginable. And so that's the Kroger in Decatur, Georgia. Like I said, right here outside of Atlanta. And so just to think of them and know that, the second brother was just drafted here a few weeks ago. And his aunt and grandmother here at a local store. Now his aunt has lost her life. So we're definitely sending thoughts and prayers for that family. Um, Other big news that thank God is not as sad as that. Stefan Diggs wins his case outright, not guilty on all counts, against excuse me, against his chef, Jamila Adams, a chef that he had hired, and her days are done with being a celebrity chef at this point. They produced evidence from Stefan's hair braider and his friend that she had gone and stayed at their house subsequently after this alleged attack, and she was dancing, laughing. No marks were on her. This young lady is my skin complexion, so if you get bruised, it's going to be visible for quite a while, and bruises do darken on anyone's skin over time. But a whole week later, there was no marks on her, and in fact, she had given him a birthday gift allegedly after this attack. So Stefan Diggs literally crying tears of joy after the verdict. To know in the back of our minds, guys, we thought from the beginning, why else would the Buffalo Bills have released him? And so The rumor mill has it that Green Bay has been talking to him now. I'm not sure on that, but I will say, what are your thoughts on um, both of those stories? But I have a feeling y'all are going to back up a little bit and mention the Thorell family first, so I'll allow that. I'm having some internet issues for some reason, guys. I'm freezing up, so I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Jane.
Well, first, I'd like to say condolences to Terrell brothers. I had no idea the story until you just broke it
Oh,
there.
it's been
So
all over the
yeah,
news.
yeah, I'll be honest with you. I don't even watch the news like that. That's just how depressing that is. And
Yeah, I
so
saw it on
just
Instagram actually. I don't watch the news. I saw it on Instagram and was like, "What?" And so yeah.
yeah, my condolences to them. That's terrible, honestly. And it's unfortunate because it wasn't a malicious thing. Obviously, you said someone had a medical emergency, and I my prayers go out to that person if they're even okay. Um, you just have no idea what life and entails or what's in store for you, and you just have to be thankful for every moment that you have in this life because each moment is precious, and you just have no idea what you're not guaranteed a day nor time
Yeah.
what will be on this earth. So if you're on this earth, you have family. You tell them you love them when you leave here, and when you leave the door and you close the door behind you. I tell my wife I love her every morning because I just have no idea if I'm coming home. That day. I just want to be like to let you know that I left this house in peace with you, and so you
Exactly.
just hope that that's just what that you do. What happens for like that lady, she passed like you said, and it's unfortunate, man. I hate to hear that, because you're having a great time. Like you said, one brother was just drafted. They're both in the NFL. They're on the same team. That's like something. What more can you ask for? That's not a situation that happens often, and something like this happens. That's just tragic. And again, my prayers go out to that family, and I'll let B have a little bit of this, and then we can go on to the other situation with Stefan Diggs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know either until Sonya just came up. She just put that out there. That is kind of tragic. It is, well, it is tragic. Again, pray for everybody involved in this whole incident as well. I mean, the person that had a medical issue, the Terrell family. It's one of those circumstantial things. It's the S happens kind of thing, and unfortunately, it happened to that family. And condolences to them. I hope everything it mends itself out over time, but it is what it is. And all you can do is say condolences to them because you can't bring them back now. So it's just that's terrible though. Just
Yeah,
to
they
have that kind of thing. Just it's just like one of those things that just align the wrong way. I mean, you don't for one, you don't know that person's going to have a medical emergency at the time that they did, and it just happened that their car was involved in that accident as well. And it's one of those fate things that happens. That's not good, but
yeah, they actually I was trying to pull it up, especially since you guys hadn't heard of it. Um this happened yesterday, and the victim was Giselle Perry. She was 49 years old, and she was sitting in her parked vehicle outside of the Kroger on Wesley Chapel Road, which is James and I know where that area is. The force of the impact pushed her car onto the sidewalk of the store and into the building. And there's some pictures that are out that I saw. They have it taped off. It was horrific. Her mother, they said, came out and just collapsed, like just passed out, because there's no way when she got out the car that she knew that that was. I probably would never get over that, honestly, to know that that's how that happened in such a freak accident. um and it's Avion and AJ Terrell. And of course, AJ has now put a post up on Instagram saying, "I'm torn, auntie, heart is heavy, I love you." Of course, they're still investigating this crash. I had heard that Wesley Chapel, which is the main road that runs down, that the lady literally just the distance from that Kroger to the main road is not like it's right there. It's quite, you had to come through the entire parking lot to get to the victim's car. And they were saying that some reports were saying she had a heart attack on the main road and came into the parking lot. And then some other people were saying she was coming into the parking lot. And as she was coming in to patronize the store, she had the heart attack, literally like a heart attack or stroke, something very major. As she was coming in, they said the impact was 60 miles per hour.
Wow.
So and like her husband said, he shared with the media that she had just dropped her mom off inside the store and was waiting for her when the crash occurred. So I don't think that's something I would never forget, because that's so horrific. And like you said, just so random.
Yeah.
So our condolences to them. And then the Stefan Diggs guys, I know you guys want some feedback on that.
Well, we're just very somber right now, but on a lighter note,
Yeah.
the chef was trying to cook up a story, and apparently it didn't work out. I mean, that
Yeah.
gumbo was, yeah. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I'm just going to be honest with you. With all the other things that was going on, you have to have someone. You have to believe that someone's innocent until proven guilty. But Stefan it's not like as if he hadn't put himself in the blender the past few
Hmm.
times before this. So if he was guilty, I wouldn't have been surprised. So I mean, I'm probably more surprised now that he's found innocent of the charge than anything. I'll be honest with you. But I'm glad. I mean, if that's the verdict, and it's just. But I'm not glad that situations like this are just this easy. That people
Hmm.
can just try to make a case against you just because they can. And if you don't have good, like you guys, B and you and Liz just did the movie Sergeant Rutledge. I mean, in a situation, those, not like I said, that movie, he got off, but 9 times out of 10 in that era, those guys were definitely found guilty. That was in the court of opinion automatically, and they were
Yeah.
hung. They weren't just like put in jail. Most of these guys were, if you, it's up to uh, a Caucasian woman back then, you were hung or killed or whatever, and mutilated. And I'm
Yeah.
just thinking, like, it don't matter what sex or color you are now. It's just for anything goes. And if it's not, I don't know the words even put out for this. I'm just, if he's innocent, I'm glad he's been found innocent, and he can move on with his life and try to do something else. Like you said, Green Bay is he's looking for a job now, but he likely, for all intents and purposes, was let go because of that situation.
No doubt. Especially when they didn't win, the Super Bowl. That was a wrap. Like, what can you do? Which is crazy. B, what are your thoughts?
Well, it wasn't a part that he was let go. He remember he only had a 1 year contract with New England. It wasn't like he had a 2 year or 3 year contract with New England. So he just served his time with New England, and they just didn't re-sign him as of yet. They could still do so, obviously, and so can a few other teams. Now I don't know about the Green Bay one. I didn't hear anything about Green Bay. I heard I didn't even hear he was even being shopped around yet, and too many teams are talking to him as of yet. But I mean, it is what it is with Stefan. I mean, it's the circus that is never letting up with that guy, whether he's innocent or guilt or not. There's always a circus around him, whether it's him or Cardi B or someone of his baby mamas or some other chick he got knocked up. Pink substance on a boat, that kind of stuff. It's just to the point. I'm just, you get to a point you just get tired of hearing the same things from Stefan Diggs. Dude, can you just chill out for a minute? Just quit being a diva. You go out there and just play ball and go home at the end of the day. That's it. Don't go through nothing. But it is what it is, and he's off, so that's good for him. So on to the next one.
On to the next one. Speaking of, and then I'll get over the gossip and we'll get to the real teams. I know y'all seen, since we're talking about Stefan and the Buffalo Bills, excuse me, New England Patriots. So I'm so thinking him with the Bills. I meant to say New England this whole time. Uh, basically, Stefan is not the only one that has some drama going on with the Patriots. This Mike Vrabel story, guys, will not die down. Now pictures have come out of him and his female companion renting a boat when she was pregnant, and it was just them on this boat slash yacht. And at this point, I'm just like, okay, just admit it and move on. He's clearly in therapy right now, what have you. But there's something been coming out every couple of weeks. So, I mean, it's just like, which one of three? What's up, Scott? And what's up, Yenzer? And what's up, Monkey? And hi, Liz. Hi, beautiful. And so it's just what I mean. I know y'all probably don't care because y'all are guys, and guys don't really get into like, okay, it is what it is. It's more like one sentence period. It's over. It's girls that we want the deets, and we're like, hey, what do you guys think? Blah 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 blah. Yeah, most valuable player. I like that.
Player.
Yeah.
Player. He's a typical cheater. That's what the Patriots have been being. They are cheaters. So he fits the script. Oh, well, Monkey, not yet. I think
that's the most underrated statement right there.
That is like within 90 days he lost 2 rings, but I don't know if he's lost the second one yet. Monkey. They've shown him in malls buying gifts for his wife. Oh, I said hi, Steve. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I said so. Yeah.
I probably didn't, but like at first, because I wasn't seeing the comment. My screen was freezing up for some reason. But anyway, do y'all have any thoughts on this situation? I almost feel like I shouldn't even answer. I should get Liz on here. She'll talk to me about it.
Yeah, it's something that's got to be between his family and her family. Is this going to make him the thing that get these people are talking about? Well, he should be fired as a coach of the Patriots because he had intermarital relationship or whatever the case may be. That's his business. If it got put in the public, that's his fault. That's something he's got to work around. Does that mean he can't coach a team? That's dumb. Okay. I mean, there's a lot of things in life that we take, we see and like balance. Now, for instance, I'll put this to a different way. R. Kelly. People don't want to listen to his music because of what he did. I, on the other hand, don't care. I mean, I care about what he did out of his family, but that's not going to affect his music because that's his music. But as a person, he's a dick. But anyway, I'm just saying.
So you bring up R. Kelly. Are you insinuating that that Vrabel wanted to go half on the baby with Diana Rossini?
Maybe he did. Maybe that was his baby. Yeah, well, yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah, no one, it's just one of those things. Women in locker rooms, this was bound to happen. Yeah. Let's see. The thing with Vrabel is if it gets in the way of football things with the Patriots, he needs to take a leave. But if it is not affecting, I'm sure you're saying, the team, he's fine. I don't know, because she stepped down from her role as a reporter, as the main reporter. So she stepped down. And so my thing is, I'm not saying he should step down as a coach, but in some capacity, we can't just like gloss over this. Like, oh, it's just Mike Vrabel. He led the team to the Super Bowl for the first time in a long time. Just let it be, because he really turned the team around. And I think like if we're in positions that we know that we may not necessarily want to be a mentor to somebody, but we know that you're in the public eye, there's a certain type of behavior that's going to come up. If your personal life gets messy, it's going to be publicized because you are a public figure. It doesn't matter who it is. It doesn't matter, at what light they consider you a public figure. You could even be a local public figure. And so it's just, it's almost like she's now dropped out of the limelight because of this ongoing stuff.
Well, I want to say, let me say this. Those are two separate entities. One is the NFL, and one was, who did she work for?
She was a reporter or
Athletic.
No, no, I mean, at the athletic. So there's two separate entities. I mean, and when you look at the scales, I mean, the athletic and then the NFL, it's just way too big to say, okay, look, what's our bottom line? We just came from a Super Bowl as a Patriots organization. I know there's the Patriot way, but look, literally, Mike Vrabel has pictures of the owner at the masseuse place, so it's not like you can say, hey, I'm gonna have to get rid of you because this is not the Patriot way, when the owner himself was caught with his pants down, literally.
They're the playboys of the NFL. They are the Hugh Hefners.
So my thing is, in regards to that, this is something that's just been put out there, that's actually been caught. Oh, is this just the tip of the iceberg? And I hate to even say the tip, in the situation, but is it literally just that? I mean, just the tip? I mean, we don't know. I mean, because this is the NFL. I mean, there's so many stories that I've heard just from within circles.
I'm just going to be here until it's safe to come out.
The big thing about this is just because you're in the media persona in the first place. Of course, everything is going to come down, and everybody's going to poo-poo it, and this is this and this is this. You shouldn't do that, and they should get rid of him because he's this and because he's that. What did Tupac say? Only God can judge me. That's the only person that's got to judge him in the end. And his wife is another person. Wow. You married the person. You have to go through that situation. So he's got to go through that situation with his family. So also
Diana elected. We don't know if she was pushed to resign, but she elected to resign. That was her choice, Mike. And I don't know if they were pushing her out. I mean, first of all, it's embarrassing. So in the media and coaching are two separate entities. You're probably looked at. I'm not thinking about sex per se, or from that perspective. I'm thinking about, or when I say sex, I mean male, female. I'm thinking it per se. In the media, you're looked upon differently, male or female. In coaching and football, it's a slap on the wrist. I mean, look at all the stuff we're talking about with Stephon Diggs and everything else. All the stuff that happened that goes on. These guys are football players. Vrabel, former football player. It's just kind of the thing that goes with it. So I'm just saying, I'm not saying it's something you like or that you want to brag about, but it's what's there. And it's the thing that's
he's human.
They're human. Yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
No, what are you talking about, Steve-O? Anywho, all right, moving on. Speaking of Shiloh, since he ain't
really a smooth player because
we got a lot of co-hosts tonight that's chiming in with some of these comments. So I love it. The person that just brought up Shiloh, I'm so glad you brought that up because Shiloh Sanders is now about to have a bankruptcy hearing. You guys remember a few months ago, we talked about Mercedes-Benz wanting to get with him about this car that he had. And we talked about, sometimes, these people give cars. They literally do gift them to athletes because they want it to be known. This player, this athlete represents our brand. They are driving our brand. So if you want the best brand, get what this athlete has because that's what they're driving. Well, it doesn't sound like it now. And they actually referenced him as a former Buccaneers safety. I don't even know what was it for 13 hours that he was with the Buccaneers. He's facing more than $11 million in debt amid a bankruptcy hearing that he's about to have. He's only 26. He's going to be having his bankruptcy trial here, $11.89 million from a 2015. Oh, hold on, guys. This is something else. 2015 assault allegation that I didn't even know about that. So he had to be about 14 or 15 then. And he's claimed self-defense. And now people are actually looking at not just that, but his actual financial situation that he's in. He was accused of assaulting and severely injuring a school security guard, John Darjan. And Darjan sued him and said he tried to confiscate Sanders' phone at his school before the alleged incident. So, y'all, this is basically somebody that's like, okay, I got assaulted. Your daddy's Deion Sanders. I'm suing you. Because as a kid, like, really, dude? So this is part of this bankruptcy hearing, not just the Mercedes Benz and all the other money, but the main thing is the catalyst. I'm reading that because I'm shocked. I didn't know about this assault. Did you guys know about this?
Nah, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah. So, wow, it was breaking news today. I guess it was around 3:00. I didn't know he had an assault case. So, any thoughts on that?
Well, good luck to him, because I know a lot of times. Again, how long ago was that assault case? Well, you said 2015.
2015, which means
I
there's a
mean,
statute of limitations. And that I'm trying to figure out if this person has this assault case, you only have 2 years to bring a suit. So has it been tied up in litigation this entire time? Like, this is what he's 26 now. So he had to be what, 14, 15, 16 around the time it happened. That's crazy.
yeah, I'm wondering why something this late. I mean, don't get me wrong. If he did the crime, obviously he probably should pay the time, or they're not looking for time. They're
Yes,
looking for money. It's a civil case. This is a
yes,
civil
now it
case.
is. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. 15, Steve-O said. Thank you, Steve-O. 15. So he's bringing a suit against a minor. So with that would happen, a lot of states, I don't know what state this happened in, wait until the age of maturation, which is 18. So that gives it 3 years right there. And then they probably filed suit, and I don't know what happened from that point on, because it's still, you can't explain 10 years of this thing still sitting there. That's what's crazy. Like, I think he literally saw this is Deion Sanders' son, and I'm gonna try to sue Deion, but I'm gonna sue Shiloh through his adult guardian, Deion. That's what happened. And I'm gonna have to do a little bit more research on this, because I guarantee you Deion's lawyers got involved and was like, no, this is, like he likes to say, bull crap and bull jive. He says that, and they probably released Deion from it, and now this person is trying to amend this civil action against Shiloh directly. So I'll have that for you guys tomorrow at 4 p.m. on the legal score. How about that? Nice little segue.
Absolutely.
Congratulations, I guess, to a nice journeyman. Was a former Carolina Panther quarterback, was a former Washington Commander quarterback, was with the Atlanta Falcons. None other than 33-year-old Taylor Heineke announced his retirement from the NFL on yesterday. 33 years old, and he actually was with the Vikings. I forgot about that, as an undrafted free agent out of Old Dominion back in 2015. And he was in Minnesota for 2 seasons. He went on to have stints with the Patriots in 2017, the Texans in 2017, Panthers in 2018, the Commanders 2020 through 2022, and the Atlanta Falcons in 23. And last season, he was with the Los Angeles Chargers. So he threw for 6,683 yards, 39 touchdowns, 28 interceptions, with a 62.5 completion percentage in 42 career games. 29 of those games were starts, and he also rushed for 608 yards on 114 carries, 5.3 YPC, and 3 rush touchdowns. As a starting quarterback, Heineke actually went 13, 15, and 1, and then 0 and 1 in the playoffs. This is according to NBC and Fox. So kudos to veteran quarterback Taylor Heineke. At 33, he's now in the land of retirement compensation. Have we seen the last of him?
Oh, without a doubt. Yeah. I thought we saw the last of him a couple of years ago.
I didn't realize I didn't realize
Did you see the first of them?
Well, he did do a couple of good jobs in Carolina. I will say that he at least lit the flicker a little bit after Cam left. There was a small little spark, and then it just was like a candle that's already losing oxygen. It finally went out. But
his career, and again, I'm not going to poo-poo anybody that was great. Like he probably was great at Old Dominion. He probably was great in high school. This is a guy that got to the league and found his niche in the NFL as a backup player, journeyman, like as you said, so eloquently, broke down his career. Yes. He got to the league and found his niche as a person that spelled starting quarterbacks who got injured, got in. He had his opportunity to start. We saw what it was. He's not a full-time starter, but he could get in the game and like you said, light up a team. He'll give you a spark. So he had a career, good career, and kudos to him and I wish him well, whatever his next venture is in his life. I hope he does well. But yeah, I thought he was done a couple of years ago.
Your thoughts, B? If any thoughts, I know it's probably a shrug emoji. That's your. We're just gonna get a emoji for B and have it just copy and paste. So when it's his, when we know he don't really have no thought, we're just gonna populate it.
Yeah. Well, we'll just do that.
Yeah, we know OTAs are well underway, but it's been some injuries already out. Let's start with the Arizona Cardinals. Of course, they signed Jeremiah Love. They're getting a chance to see what he's doing out here now. This is the most guaranteed money ever paid to a running back. By the way, just
as a rookie
running back. Yep, as a rookie running back.
Yes, and then and the Jets and Breece Hall, of course, they've agreed to a 3-year, $45.75 million deal. This is the franchise tag drama that's been going on up there since March and secures them a little backfield issues and stuff. And then the Carolina Panthers, our squad, my squad, officially signed 6 of their 7 draft picks. So including the first round offensive tackle Monroe Freely. Yay. He's going to be wearing number 57. And I love that number. That's the reverse of 75. And that's me and James, one of our favorite numbers. So 755. As a matter of fact, yesterday was 57. So there you go. They also added 19 undrafted free agents. This is a great spot to see what their prospective roster rebuild looks like. I mean, if you're adding that many free agents, y'all, it kind of makes me think like, okay, I know you got a few pieces here, but you're clearly letting people continue to try and rebuild. I mean, I know James, New Orleans is going through this again, and those, people say rebuild season, but it usually ends up being like 3 to 5 years of rebuilding before they're actually where they are, right?
Yeah. So what is it? Yes, last year was a good rookie year for the Saints. They actually collected the draft of the year, for 2025. And this year they didn't do too shabby either. So I loved what they did. They're kind of bought in for Tyler Shuck. They drafted 3 wide receivers, a tight end, and and a couple of defensive players. But man, Jordan Tyson already he's even though it's rookie OTAs or minicamp, he's still out there. He's got a number 0. He's as long as he can stay healthy, I think he's going to be the best wide receiver in this draft. And I think New Orleans, I know you may have something to say about it, but New Orleans may have an opportunity to win this division.
No, I believe in that. And speaking of believe, I just believe I missed the halfway mark. Let me just tell you guys something before we go to a quick break. We are dedicating all of our shows for this month to our producer, Mac McGrath. Unfortunately, Mac left us last year this actual time of year was May 3rd. And so we did a special show for him on Sunday. Shout out to B for putting that together. And so we want to thank everyone that came on and has been watching and commenting and sending their best regards to Miss Linda. And we will continue to always do everything and honor him. But I thought it was noteworthy to mention that tonight. And we'll be back in about 47 seconds. And we're back. Welcome to the second half of our show, Friday with the Fellas. Of course, y'all know who I am. I'm Sonia with James. This way, let me port it that way. James Martin and Brian BA. I was trying to, because on the screen your fingers going the other way, so I was like, I'm just gonna point them out this week. But anyway, we were talking about OTAs, and I will agree with you, James. Even though we're in the same division, I'm fact based, and y'all did sweep us last season, and I honestly told you even offline. Had you guys started with Shuck over Rattler, I think the division would have been lost to us last year. You guys would have won it this last season if you guys, because y'all look really good. Y'all literally were the comeback team of the season, honestly, like with even other divisions outside of the NFC South. And so, I know it's going to be quite it's already been a challenge. I can only imagine, and honestly, not looking forward to it. Will not be going to New Orleans this season, not wasting my airfare and hotel accommodations and ticket to get an up close look at the beatdown in the last few minutes. I just will not be doing that. So yeah,
I mean, don't get me wrong. Your defense is pretty stout. Y'all picked up some people in the off season, and yeah. So it's. I think our division is going to be the surprise of the NFL this year.
I'm actually glad about that.
I'm going to go out and say that. Yes, I think Tampa Bay improved a little bit. Atlanta is probably the least of the improvement, but I will give a shout out to them drafting Avion Terrell and Zachariah Branch out of Georgia, the wide receiver in the third round. That was a pretty impressive and value pick for them. But other than that, Atlanta, if this year, and I hope you're listening, Kevin, out there, wherever you are.
Because Fern like to ride on Kevin all the time.
Pause.
You would think.
We gotta send this snippet to Kevin.
Yeah, I mean,
he's oh my goodness. Yes,
Kevin does. It's ridiculous.
Oh, but yeah, I picked the past 2 or 3 seasons. I have picked Atlanta to win a division, and I will not be doing it this year. I'm not going to say until we get to the point where we're going to pick the division winners or whatever. But I definitely will tell you I'm not picking Atlanta this season because I just don't think that they have it. I do like Kevin Stefanski as their coach, and I think he's going to surprise people. But again, I think that Tampa Bay improved a little bit. I think Carolina improved a lot, and they're going to expound upon what they did last season. And I think New Orleans improved a lot, and I think they're going to surprise a lot of people this year. But again, it's going to be tougher. I think it's going to be we're going to be this year's NFC North, what the NFC North was a while back, a couple of seasons ago. I think we're going to be closer to that.
And I will say, even though they're in my division, I will ride for the South. I will ride for the whole South. And if that means that we flip the narrative and everybody in the NFL got to eat crow because y'all been literally taking dumps on the South for the last 10 years, I will ride really well. I will ride with the Falcons, the Saints, and the Bucks over any other NFC team in the league right now. B, I want to ask you a question. Hang on, let me see what Liz saying with her beautiful self. I ain't too bad. I know, girl. Listen, love you, girl. We're gonna get it together whenever the Texans play. I think they play like every 8 years. They don't even put us on a regular. I don't know what's going on with that, but Texans got it going on. Let me ask James you this real quick, and then B, I want to talk about the Lions because it's very important. Because this has been a busy week. I know we were going to talk about some NBA, and we will like real quick, but. Whatever, monkey. Get yourself some deodorant. Funky monkey. Because we've done a lot. Let's worry about those Bills, those ringless Bills who've made history by being the only NFL team to go quadruple times to the Super Bowl. Who goes quadruple times? Quadruple, not one. Let's count them, everybody. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 no rings. Shout out to the Count from Sesame Street. You talked about the Falcons being the least improved, but Fern, who I was talking about, he's always hyping up in the group chat. he just swore, even last season, oh, watch out, da, da, da. Like you would think he's a Falcons fan, but congratulations are in order, or I mean, they're in order. For one, Michael Penix Jr. got married on the 2nd to Olivia Carter. They officially got married, and congratulations to him. But there's a hiccup there. It's not like from the marital perspective; it's from the porch perspective. They've got videos out there of him swag surfing, dancing at his reception, and he is on a quote partially torn ACL recovery. And so it's possible, just letting you guys know, it's possible that he could be looking at some legal and contractual implications of conduct while injured in that contract. Because it's one thing to go get married, it's one thing to poke somebody and get a baby, but it's another thing to be dancing and gyrating on a so-called injured ACL injury that has been keeping you out. And Kevin Stefanski to this day has not said whether or not Penix will be the starting quarterback because of this recovery. And he's been engaged since December of 2024. So I guess, he felt like this is the time why he's got some downtime, that he's going to be home to get married. But what are you guys' thoughts about that?
Well, ACL injuries is not a death sentence anymore. You nowadays, I mean, if we're talking about how long it takes to recover, if we talking about the best of the best recovery with Adrian Peterson, when it took him 7 months to not only recover but to win MVP the subsequent season. Maybe he's in a period right now where he's actually doing a lot better. Like you said, partial ACL. He had surgery. I know. When was his surgery? Does anybody know when was his surgery?
I'll check. Let's see.
Yeah. So with that said, I mean, if I'm the coach, Stefanski, and if I'm the owner,
5. My apologies.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So I mean, he's probably close to being ready. I mean, I'm not saying I don't know what type of dancing he was doing, but
swag surfing. That's what the Atlanta Falcons always when I get the swag.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean,
not that song.
I'll say he's probably ahead of schedule. So he's probably doing well. So that's just telling he's probably not only he's excited to be being married. Congratulations. I saw that too. I did read that, Sonia, that he got married to his longtime girlfriend. So congratulations to Michael Penix Jr. in that regard. You still a Falcon, so I don't like you. That being said, I still congratulate you on your marriage, and I wish you well in regards to injury. I hope you recover from that, but I still hope we beat the brakes off y'all. That being said.
Ninja, please. We are like a quarter of the Bills' age. Get out of here with that. We didn't go back to back. How about that? Let's talk about that. But I will say this, and then B, I'm gonna get to you. As far as that, this would be a PR nightmare. I was just looking up some stuff while I was talking to you guys, and they're saying the argument is if the team provides a strict rehab protocol for him while he's out, and a player is caught performing activities that are that could jeopardize the recovery, like high impact dancing, which the swag surfing is, or jumping, which is swag surfing is. The team could argue that the player is being reckless with a multi-million-dollar asset, which is himself. And, they may overlook it because it's a wedding, but it could be possibly looked at, say he's not ready to go and he's still injured. This could come up on that. And then, we got the Cleveland Browns, who just put on for the second season in a row back on their PUP list because this is the second year that he's injured. And so you got teams all around the clock, all around the league that are, this guy's name is Jeremiah Owusu Karamoa. Officially, the Browns are placing him, the star linebacker, back on the PUP list today. Now, you guys know he had a serious injury in 2024, October. And I always think about Ryan Shazier from the Steelers. He was never the same. And it didn't even look that impactful when we saw it, but it was. And there's that. All right. So, Monkey, you can stop commenting. We have other things to talk about. Just focus on your seats. Don't put anything else up to him at all. You sound ridiculous. Rather
Well,
go in
let
with
me
at all.
let me say something about you. Some other commenters that laughed that you called him ninja. If anybody out there is old enough that's either you're a millennial or a Gen X, or you know GI Joe. So if you remember, there were two ninjas. There was Snake Eyes and there was Storm Shadow. Monkey's a Storm
Mhm.
Shadow ninja.
Yeah.
So
The American hero, G.I. Joe is
he's
there. G.I.
he's a
Joe.
ninja he's a ninja dressed in all white. So
Yeah.
he's that ninja.
So B, amongst all our moving around here, veteran defensive tackle DJ Reader left the Roar and is now with the Lions. Excuse me, has left the Lions now with the Tinies, aka the Giants. They will always be the Tinies to me for a 2-year contract, $12.5 million. This is like a big debate about the timing of his signing. I know you were saying sayonara, but these are players that are signing after the draft, typically do not count towards the compensatory pick formula. And so a lot of people are talking about this. A lot of the, the analysts and everything are suggesting this deal was essentially done in mid-April, but the official signing was yesterday, delayed after the draft intentionally. And so now the Lions are going to lose a projected 6th-round compensatory pick because of this.
Oh, well. There ain't nobody crying over no 6th-round compensatory.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, 6th round, what is that? I mean, you're just adding a player that you're probably going to get rid of anyway. And
Shador
I know you mentioned
him.
these things. You mentioned these things about people getting signed, all these UFDAs getting signed. You got to remember that the roster has to go up to 90. And a lot of the Lions have 77 so far last time I looked. And they have 35 new people on their roster. Doesn't mean all them people are going to be on the roster because they got to get down to 53. So those are just people that fill in spots. Maybe somebody might come in there and do something. Maybe
I could go suit up.
There you go. Hey, be one of the 90. Be one of the 90. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, ain't nobody worried about that 6th round compensatory.
Monkey, didn't I tell you go find something to do with yourself? Don't put no more of his comments up. It doesn't matter. You guys don't have no winning season either. And I like Josh Allen. I feel bad that he's with you, garbage team. Now you're making me talk about how y'all are garbage. Now I'm trying to help you out. Let's see. I'm gonna have to probably get on my other device. You guys, of course, you guys have had a busy season. You got, Dexter Lawrence, Khalif Raymond, y'all got Isaiah Pacheco, and I know you're not that hopeful about him.
No. Well, I mean, I'm not saying he's a bad running back. He's a good running back, but he's not Montgomery. And that's the only thing. That's the only thing really I had a problem with the Lions doing in the offseason is that whole situation there. But other than that, I mean, they had a meh offseason. I mean, they just replaced people that they got rid of with people that are lower tiered, And I can understand that because of the money situation, but I really, really wish people would stop putting when you downgrade like that, your team downgrades. So you have to look at that in the spectrum of winning. You're not having the same effect as you are when you had those players last year. And last year only won 9 games. Think about that. I mean, they won 50. They were 15-2 before that season, but they were only 9-8 last season. So, do you think they're going to get better because they got interchanged? I mean, they had a pretty good draft. I'm not bailing on that whole situation, but this team might be a playoff team, but it's not. It's not a Super Bowl team. I'm sorry, this is not going to happen this year. This is like I kind of think of this as a retool for them. They're just retooling. So it is. It is what it is, man. I mean, I'm gonna be honest about my team. I'm not sugarcoating all these damn Lion fans. We're gonna be in the Super Bowl. Shut the hell up. No, you're not. No, here goes Minky.
Sonya's not even on yet, or is she about to come on now?
Yeah, she's about to come on now. Yeah, she's about to come on now on her new device.
And I want to give her go ahead and give her the shout out, the surprise that we were going to mention whenever she comes up.
Hey, also, you talked about Atlanta in your division and how you weren't going to say anything about them again. Try to get them in that's the ace card. Well, that's the ace card in your deck in that division, because you don't know what they're going to be because of Stefanski. You don't know how that coach is going to work with them people. So, with the players. So
Well,
that's kind of a.
Oh,
it's
oh,
going to
I
have to
didn't
be a
even
proven
realize I was on
period.
screen. Hi guys, I'm sorry. I was trying to say I needed you to bring me up because I had to dial in through my phone.
Oh, okay. Well,
Can you guys hear me
you got me
fine?
there. Yeah,
Yes,
great,
absolutely. It's
awesome.
actually
Okay.
great.
Okay.
Ah, there she
Yes,
goes.
like
So
I said.
Sonia, if can I get a moment to send you a shout out?
Yeah, love you too, monkey. Yeah, sure, James. Thank you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, as you all know, Sonia is in law school right now, and she just finished her finals, and she completed her first year of law school. So this is a plug, not just for her, but this is for our me and B have a movie review podcast. It's called BW Flicks, the Average Movie Critics, and and this month we've been doing movie reviews for the past few months now, and we're this month we're honoring fallen soldiers for Memorial Day, and we're honoring also Sonia for her completion of lost what? For her completion
That's
of
my
law
shit.
school. This dude crazy. I mean, completion of her first year of law school. And Sonia, this coming to Tuesday, we are going to, in your honor, we're going to review a law movie called um, what is it? Presumed Innocent with Harrison Ford.
Oh
Presumed
my
Innocent.
gosh. Oh, y'all are gonna make
Presumed
me cry. Oh,
Presumed
thank
Innocent with
you.
Harrison Ford, and for the law, I mean, for the honor of the fallen soldiers, The Messenger. If anybody out there wants to watch this, make sure both movies are on Tubi, and they will be for free, of course, if you watch it on Tubi. And you can watch it before Tuesday, and you can hear us review laughs, jokes, whatever it may be about the movies, and give our review for whether or not the movie's good or not. And Sonia, if you want to come on as a guest, if you're available, you can come on as a guest for that movie as well.
Oh, so
We would
first
love to
of
have you.
first of all, why are y'all trying to make me cry? I literally was just like, what? So first of all, thank y'all so much. Thank you, James. Thank you, B. And thank you, Liz. And I, I just thank God, honestly. I can't even describe to anyone how law school is.
Rob.
Don't put any comments of them till I can finish, B, please. Because I need to get this out. And um it's really an honor to be in that position, and it's an honor to be with you guys and to have the support of y'all, because it's a lonely journey. It really is, because you're so focused all the time. And somebody put a comment up that I was going to sue them for slander. That's so funny. That was on my final
Monkey.
last night. We literally talked
Monkey.
about defamation. That was like the main topic on a whole section of my podcast, excuse me, of my exams. And the funny thing is, I can be considered as a public figure on a local scale because of shows like this. So be careful, sweetheart. I can get you for defamation. Okay, be careful. But no, I wouldn't. And thank you, Liz. And I'm super excited about you guys. I will make myself available on Tuesday because I am available. I'm super excited. I'll make sure I watch that movie. I've heard of it. I think I've seen it in segments, but not the entire thing. And also, I don't know how I did not think about that. This is Memorial Day. This entire month is also dedicated to those soldiers who sacrificed all. We're so extremely grateful for you. And ironically, my grandfather, Sergeant Major, retired as Sergeant Major, did not pass away during war, but is no longer with me. And his birthday is actually Memorial Day weekend. So
Wow.
just a big, big, big thing. And I'm super excited for you guys. I've been watching the B Dubs. I saw it the other day. And I try to always watch it. Super interesting. And I'm so excited that all of you all who've been commenting on there, who've been engaging. It's really received very well. And as you saw when we did the commercial at the halfway mark, lots of new faces on the podcast. Like that screen is almost full now. And I remember when B, started maturing McGrath Podcast Network, formerly Northeast Streaming Sports, where we carry on a dream. It was only like maybe about 4 or 5 of us on there. So welcome to Bernard King. We know you're part of the platform family as well. And thank you for everyone else that has stayed with us and grown with us. And thank you for the accolades and the shout outs. I literally have 9 days off and then summer school starts. So summer school starts May 18th, and I'll be taking criminal law. So you guys asking me questions just helps me, sharpen my tools here. But I thank you so much again for that. I love you guys and I appreciate y'all. All right, NBA real quick before we hop off. I saw that Joel Embiid was questionable, but he did play tonight. And so that's good for him because we know the 76ers have been really banking on him, guys. What are your thoughts? I'm gonna let you guys do all the closing NBA notes because my computer died on me.
So they have just lost. They are down 3-0 to the Knicks.
Oh my gosh, that game is a wrap now.
The series is a wrap.
Yeah, that's it. There's no coming back. That's it. They may as well. I don't even know why they're going to even try to put that fourth one in there. Like for what? Okay, guys. Thank you. All right.
They need to call them the 76, the 96ers. What was that movie with John Candy when the steak, the big huge steak that he ate, The Great Outdoors.
Yes, The Great Outdoors.
You can stick a fork in the 76er because they're cooked. They are cooked. They are roasted. They got the lines in them. They are medium rare. They're toast. Because the Knicks are just. I really thought it was going to be a good series, and they held Paul George to 0 points.
That's crazy. That's unheard of. B, your Pistons still hanging in there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Think you guys are going to end up with the Knicks?
Most likely. That's what's going to look like it's going to come down to.
Number one and number two.
We got to get through these next, few games with the Cavaliers. I mean, the Cavaliers ain't poo-poo. You know what I'm saying? They're going to probably play.
But really James Harden's playoff history is poo-poo. James Harden, he's 3 of 13. He was 3 of 13 that game. Had what, 10 points, I think? 10 points? 5 or 6 turnovers, something like that. James Harden had a terrible game. He had a terrible 2 games.
Love you, Monkey.
Yes.
Paul George still plays. Yeah. They need to change his name to just George Paul. Go ahead and reverse it. Maybe that'll give him better.
Or Curious George.
George Washington.
Yeah,
George Washington. Oh no! Don't say Curious George.
That's what somebody.
You know what Curious George is.
He's the little.
We don't want to.
We can't say it. Okay, because of that. My bad. I mean, you can't have nothing as kids no more because now it's like the opposite. Excuse me, but yeah. So all right, as we get ready to close our last minute. As our last minute, we got some matchups coming. What is the Western Conference looking like, and what's the Eastern Conference looking like? I'll let you guys take it away. I'm just be sitting here to just say.
Lakers played a good game up until I know we got 1 minute left or whatever. Lakers played a good game up until the 7th minute of the fourth quarter. I mean 7 minutes to go, and then OKC just ran away with it. But the biggest thing that a lot of people are talking about is OKC getting away with a lot of calls, a lot of flopping. And so,
they are.
I mean, but either way, regardless of the calls, the Lakers weren't going to win this game. They don't have Luka, and I know
Lakers were flopping too.
LeBron been carrying this team.
Not like OKC though. Not like OKC, sir. No, nowhere, not even close. That's not everybody's talking about.
It was more of a bad officiated green.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, but Chet Holmgren, you're right. But
they ain't gonna win that series. It's not even close.
I wasn't blaming it on that. You already said that, but it's still pretty bad. It was still pretty bad.
We were gonna mention a little bit of hockey, by the way.
Monkey. The Sabres lost today.
Yeah, they lost. And guess what, Monkey? But the Hurricanes did not, baby. So let's holler at Carolina Canes, all right? You want to talk like that? But anyway, back to the NBA. Yeah, so, I mean, LeBron, I don't know, guys. I mean, he was carrying this team on his back. And I wouldn't put it on the call either. I watched a little bit of it, on volume low while I was doing stuff.
And Austin Reeves played pretty good, too. He had 31 points, but he also had 5 turnovers. He and LeBron had bad turnovers at the end of the game. And so there's just not enough. That team is loaded. That OKC is loaded, and it's going to be a really good series
In the
versus
second game,
San
though.
Antonio.
Come on.
Versus San Antonio. If San Antonio can get past Minnesota, that's going to be a really good series between, like I said, San Antonio Spurs versus the Oklahoma City
Yeah, they bad.
Thunder.
OKC,
That's
yeah.
going to be the finals to watch because I think the game. And I'm not going to lie, the Knicks, if they keep playing the way they're playing, I mean, I would love to see the Pistons beat the Knicks. But if the Knicks keep playing the way they're playing, man, I don't know who's going to beat them in the East. And they may give whoever's in the West a run the way they're playing.
Yeah, shout out to Nate because we know Nate loves the Knicks, and then B loves the Pistons, even though Nate loves the Lions. It's the opposite. So I can imagine what y'all's group chat looks like with Jay B.
They ain't look like nothing because I just wait for him to say something and then I get on him.
Yeah,
you
you
got to
wait for
remember
results.
something. He say he goes, oh yeah, well you know talking about the Pistons. Well, they're different teams because I was telling him he had a regular season. Remember, they got their ass whooped by the Pistons. So and he goes, oh well, they changed. I said, okay, so did the Pistons. So what's the point? What point you making? They're just gonna change the ass whooping technique. That's all.
Oh Lord,
you don't want to see the Pistons. You don't want to see the Pistons.
Nate is Nate Rocky Balboa? We're coming like regular people. We're changing.
We're changing. We're different.
And no East team is going to come and beat any West team. I don't care how good they're playing. They're not going to beat
OKC is not going to be taken down. Yeah, OKC is probably going to run it back. I'm going to be clear. They got the Thunder.
San Antonio might have something to say about that. I'm just saying.
I haven't paid a lot of attention to the Western Conference, I'll be honest, because they come on super late and I'm just, but now that I have a few days off, I'll be sure to check in on all my favorite shows and sports. And speaking of favorite shows, join us in the morning. That's all the time that we have for tonight. We appreciate everybody likes, loves, comments. Everybody, Monkey, Dizzle, Yenzer, Liz. Thank you guys so much, Steve-O. Appreciate you guys. Yep, got him in there. Join B and James tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock, right after sunrise, with Jack Hirsch, who keeps to those breakfast hours with tea and crumpets. They're going to be doing a debate show tomorrow morning at 8 a.m., followed by shows throughout. I'll be live at 4 p.m. with the legal score, and I'll get you guys some research on that Michael Penix situation with his marriage and the clause that he has about performance, with his ACL, if you guys are interested. And of course, Sunday morning is the Sunday Morning Big Sports Show, kicking off at 8 a.m. before you go to church. Make sure you check in with these gents, and occasionally I may try to star on there. So we thank everybody for the likes, love, and happy Mother's Day to all, and have an amazing weekend. Peace. That's what B said.